Hello, everyone, to my coaches out there. This is another For the Coaches episode. And for this one, I really wanted to dive into a little bit more of what I was talking about yesterday with the movement patterns and why that's so important. And because what I see is that a lot of goalies don't actually spend a lot of time going through that. They think it's really elementary, it is boring. But I can tell you that at the highest levels right now, I see it time and time again that we're losing saves because we don't have that movement efficiency. You know, as I was talking about, there's the hitch dropping the hands, there's a hitch with the stepping. Maybe they're coming out too much, or they're projecting up, which again is something that I see a lot. Goalies are projecting way high up, way over the goal. They don't need to cover that. They simply need to come forward. Now, if you're a little bit shorter, that might be a little different. But my point is that you need to take the time to teach your body how to move well. Because what happens a lot of times is when goalies actually get into drills, they are so focused on just making the save that they aren't actually thinking about how they move. And this is a critical component to actually helping them make saves in the future, right? If I'm not moving to the ball as efficiently as I possibly can, then I'm not going to make the save. On the other side, if you are moving efficiently, that is going to absolutely lead to more saves. And also, as I was saying yesterday, that's really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to developing these good movement patterns, because how you're going to move is going to depend on each situation, right? How I would step to a shot closer into me is going to be different than how I'm going to step to a shot that's a little bit wider. Also, how I would step on a shot that's maybe at an angle over here is going to be different, and also related to how close I am to my pipe as well on a lower angle shot. Also, my approach to this and my general movements might be different when somebody's rolling the crease versus, a 1v1 versus a feed in the middle. It's going to be different, so you need to train your body how to move in these scenarios. And again, we want to always move as efficiently as possible. And something that I'm always saying to the goalies that I'm coaching is that we want to always go from point A to point B, that straight line. That is the key, right? Always the fastest way to go from one point to another is that straight line. So I want to keep focusing on that, where again, a lot of goalies just make a little bit of roundabout patterns, whether it's the hands dropping, we get a hitch step, a number of things that come up. But like I said, what I'm also seeing is just kids are so focused on getting as many reps as they possibly can, which is great. You need to get shots to get better. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But if you're not actively working on improving those habits in the cage and how you move, that's not going to ultimately progress you forward and get you to get more saves. Yes, to an extent, it can, when you're younger and you're just learning how to move your stick faster. If somebody's shooting on you really hard, you're learning that you have to move faster to make that save naturally, right? We are improving our reaction in that sense. But for those tighter situations, especially once you get to that college level, your movement efficiency is everything. And if you are taking even a little bit of a hitch, you're moving your feet a bit, that the ball's going in the back of the net. The shots are just too fast and everybody's moving too fast for it. So it's so important that you take the time, again, to really work on that piece of it. The other part I really want to emphasize to you guys today, because it's just been in my mind and in conversations with goalies too. I get kids talk a lot about, my save percentage this, my save percentage, is this. And I really would love for the conversation to shift from just one single save percentage to coaches really focusing on evaluating goalies from what is called, or what you might call, like a savable shot. And what I mean by that, are these alley low angle shots, also, defended shots, I think more so savable, how far away an attacker is when the shot is taken, versus a little bit more difficult shot, which is one where maybe an attacker catches the ball on the inside, not contested at all. In that situation, all of the odds are in the attacker's favor. And so in a way, this is a little bit of an unsavable shot. Now, if a goalie can come up with about 20 to 30% of those, that is amazing. okay? And that's what you want to focus on, that 20-30%, and then making sure that, you know, those other shots, those controllable, that's easily over 50, right? We get too caught up in this, we have to be 50% across the board. But I really would love it if coaches could look at these shots differently, because it is different. You know, you can't say somebody's save percentage is 50% and this other person's 50%, but you know, maybe that 50% includes way more of those unsavable shots. Now that is a goalie, okay, that maybe I want to play for me or I want to start. All right, so I think in looking at that, and it also helps goalies too with their mental perspective, and that's kind of why I was having this conversation with this player, because I wanted her to stop worrying about what the save percentage was in total and just worry about, one, saving as many controllable shots as you possibly can, and then two, can we shift our mindset to focus on that 50% and instead think about, okay, I want to hit that 20 to 30 mark. That's where I want to be. And I would just really love that, because that is the bread and butter of being good at this position, and understanding that there are certain situations that you are set up to fail. But if every once in a while you come up with that big moment, that's going to make a huge difference in a game. And that's really the important piece there. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave some things for you guys to think about. As always, I'm here to answer whatever questions you may have or discuss any of this at all. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Have a great night. Bye.